for the San Miguel Beermen. Look at this. Danny Siegel, like you said, just about 3-4 years away.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah, definitely.
And here's a poor foul on the part of Tony Washam. Was not able to go down quickly enough and gave up a ticky-tack foul. And Danny Ildefonso. These were the guys, Danny Siegel, Danny Ildefonso, that carried them in the 90s to a lot of championships. And they want to bring them here again, or correct that, in the mid-2000s to a lot of championships. And they want to bring them again here at the latter part of the the early parts of the 2010s.
Three-point play finished off by Danny Ildefonso. And the BMeg Derby ace Llamados call for a reprieve. We'll be right back. Over to Chicky Reyes with this report.
Thank you, Vito. You know, Dondon Ontiveros is being bothered by some stiffness on his left lower back muscle, which he got when he fell down early in the first quarter. According to San Miguel's PT, they have massaged this already, and they are confident that he will get back in the game. Let's see later if Dondon's game will change because of this. Vito, Jason?
Thank you, Chicky. Well, in the meantime, the San Miguel Beermen have been doing quite well without him, with guys like Danny Siegel and Danny Ildefonso carrying the cudgels here in the second quarter.
And for the Llamados, this experiment of not having any point guard on the floor, as Danny Siegel's going to get called for that offensive foul. This experiment of not having any point guard on the floor and having PJ Simon carry the basketball has not worked very well. They haven't had opportunities in which they were able to set up good plays for their players. PJ Simon has to be able to set up the plays for his team.
Imports of both sides now riding the bench.
I talked about forcing bad shots, and right there, rebounds going the way of the San Miguel Beermen.
Villanueva. Here comes Washington, and Washington got stepping on the line.
Last two sets of the Llamados look positive for them. At least they were able to get some stops, because that's what they've been having trouble at. San Miguel shooting about 55%. Right here, Mark Fingers moving his feet. And that was not stepping on the line.
Wow, that was nowhere near the line. Jumper by Canaleta, no good. And another takeaway by Meyerhofer.
And he's given positive energy for his team since he's been there.
Simon takes it. And those are the first points on the board for Peter June Simon. Drop pass here, reverse layup, another daredevil drive by Joseph Yo.
San Miguel said they are usually successful when they share the basketball. Right there, a nice pass coming from Daniel Ildefonso.
Out to Canaleta. And the San Miguel Beermen have challenged every look here by the BMeg Derby Llamados. Another forced jumper there.
You know, it's almost like if you're BMeg right now, you don't even want to have a screen roll situation, because the guys from San Miguel are moving their feet so quickly that it seems that there's a double team when you have a screen roll situation.
James Yap stepping back in, and looks like Paul Artadi will also take over point guard duties for BMeg Derby Ace. 5 minutes and 44 still left here in the second quarter.
Canaleta still scoreless in this series. 0 out of 3 in this game. In game number 1, he was 0 out of 5, so 0 out of 8 total, and he's the second leading scorer of this team.
While guys like Don Aliado have taken every opportunity given to them, and he has been rewarded with 8 points already in this ballgame.
BMeg starts to move the basketball. James Yap recognizing that every time he touches the basketball, there will be a double team, or at least San Miguel's going to take the ball away from his hands. Now the rest of the guys have to come up and try to score it. That's what Don Aliado has done for his team.
Lead is back up to 15. Still in favor of the San Miguel Beermen, and that's going to be, yeah, it looks like it's going to be an offensive foul here.
Well, San Miguel right now is giving an opportunity to the Llamados. That's a number of turnovers. That's probably about 3 in the last 5 possessions that the San Miguel Beermen have given the ball back to the Llamados. Now the Llamados have to find a way to consistently score when they have the basketball.
Artadi matched up against Jonas Villanueva. And Don Aliado, very productive first half for Don Aliado, who's now in double digits with 11. And he has been by far the bright spot for the BMeg Derby Ace Llamados here in the second. We'll be right back. Back at the Araneta Coliseum. And this Sunday, we will be back here at the Big Dome to continue our semifinal series, starting off with Game 3 of this series, BMeg Derby Ace against San Miguel. That's at 4 p.m. And don't forget the Cash and Talk and Text Drop and Texters taking on the Alaska Aces in their Game 3 at 6:30 p.m. And as always, you'll be able to catch it here on Solar TV. So earlier, series tied up between Talk and Text and Alaska Aces. That's something that the BMeg Derby Ace Llamados would also like to enjoy after this ball game. Right now, however, Beermen still with the upper hand and very much in the driver's seat, ahead by 13. Cabagnot finds Arwin Santos. Santos to contact and the basket.
I really believe Coach Shot Tankinsen, one of the better coaches in terms of setting up a play coming out of the timeout. You can see it right there. Screen roll at down, or rather a cross screen at the bottom to get Arwin Santos open, and he gets a good look. I mean, that's the only thing that you can ask for as a coach or as a player, to be given a chance to get a good look, and that's what Coach Shot was able to draw up for his team.
Santos now in double digits with 10. Don Aliado. Now starting to get the respect of the defense, and James Yap. So first personal foul picked up by Arwin Santos. James Yap will be trooping to the line. James Yap, who had a pretty frustrating first quarter with the kind of defensive looks that the San Miguel Beermen were giving him all night long. Dondon Hontiveros really locking down on James Yap. And thank you, by the way, to Hanes, the official underwear of the PBA, for their support of the 2010 PBA Fiesta Conference. So Yap with 5 in the game. Cabagnot, the floater, yes. On the other end, Meyerhofer. It was a good rejection by Arwin Santos, and San Miguel Beermen also regaining possession. Tony Washam will have to come out of the bench to replace Rico Meyerhofer.
And Coach Ryan also hoping that he comes out of his shell and starts to score here in the first half. Remember, this is a guy that came off a 49-point performance in game number 5.
You're right.
To clinch their semifinal spot.
Washam. Tony Washam. Hard-earned basket for him. That's his 6th. Handoff now. Freeman. Oh, nice coverage there by Tony Washam, and that's a giveaway by Arwin Santos and Paul Artadi.
Let's go, come on. Pressure foul on number 3, Jonas Villanueva, his second personal.
So Villanueva picking up foul number 2.
I almost have to say for San Miguel, they've done everything right except take care of the basketball, especially here in the second quarter. Ang dami nilang tinapon na pagkakataon. And BMeg, the Llamados, every time they turn the ball over, when San Miguel turns the ball over,